Dear students, let's start second topic, which is representation of rational number on real line. We have already learned how to represent the number on number line. I am just recalling once again how the numbers are represented. So starting with here you are seeing that I have drawn a number line. In the center you have seen that 0, and on the right hand side you are seeing positive number. So in the number line, if we start moving towards the right side, the number keep on increasing, and if we start moving toward the left hand side of 0, then the number keep on decreasing. So on the number line, what we have seen, the positive numbers lie on the right hand side of the number line, and the negative numbers are lying on the left hand side of the number 0. So similar is the case of rational number. Now in this part we will learn how to represent rational number on number line. First, for example, let us represent 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2 on the number line. So in order to represent 1 by 2, as we can see that 1 by 2 is a positive rational number and minus 1 by 2 is a negative rational number. So 1 by 2 will lie on the positive side of 0 and minus 1 by 2 is lying on the negative side of 0. So first let's see how to represent 1 by 2. In order to represent 1 by 2, first check the numerator and the denominator of the given fraction. So in 1 by 2, numerator is 1 and denominator is 2. So which one is greater? Denominator is greater and numerator is less. So in this case, in order to represent 1 by 2, in the second step, what we have to do? Convert the given rational number into decimal. What we have to do? We have given 1 by 2 the fraction. First we have to check out the decimal representation of 1 by 2. So decimal representation of 1 by 2 is 0.5. From this we will find out where this 0.5 lies on the number line. So 0.5, we can clearly see that 0.5 is lying between 0 and 1. So come to the step 3. In step 3, now what we have to do? We have to divide the number line between 0 and 1 into 2 equal parts. Why 2 equal parts? Because in 1 by 2 the denominator is 2. So we have to divide the number line into that many of times in which the denominator is occurring. Here in 1 by 2, 2 is the denominator, so we have to divide the number line into 2 equal parts. If it is 1 by 3, then we have to divide it into 3 equal parts. Now move to the step 4. In step 4, we have already divided the number line between 0 and 1 into 2 equal parts. Then the center point between 0 and 1 is known to be 1 by 2. That is the representation of rational number 1 by 2. So similar will be the steps for representing minus 1 by 2. So do it by yourself. Considering one more example, for example 13 by 5 and minus 13 by 5, we have to represent this number on the number line. So in order to represent, first we have to check numerator and denominator. Numerator is 13 and denominator is 5, which implies that numerator is greater than denominator. So here in the previous example, denominator is greater than numerator, but in this example numerator is greater than denominator. So follow the step 2. So in step 2, what we have done? Convert the given rational number into mixed fraction. What we have done? converting the given rational number into mixed fraction. All of you know about mixed fraction. We can simply get the mixed fraction by dividing the numerator by denominator. Just see as what I have done. We have converted this fraction into mixed fraction in order to find out where this number will lie on the number line. For example, 13 by 5. We have divided 13 by 5 like this, and what we get? We get 2 3 by 5 as its mixed fraction. So 2 3 by 5, from this we have find out that this fraction will lie between 2 and 3. This whole number part in mixed fraction gives us the value where this fraction will lie on the number line. So 13 by 5 is lying between 2 and 3. Now after that, come to the step number 3. In step number 3, we have already gotten mixed fraction in step 3 as 2 3 by 5. Now we have already find out where this number will lie, that is between 2 and 3. Now come to the fraction part of this mixed fraction. Fraction part is 3 by 5. After that, divide the number line between 2 and 3 into 5 equal parts, because denominator of this fraction is 5. So we have to divide the number line between 2 and 3 into 5 equal parts. And after that, encircle the third part. Why we have encircled the third part? Because the numerator of this fraction 3 by 5 is 3. Therefore we have encircled the third part. So this third part represents the fraction 13 by 5. This third part represents the fraction 13 by 5. Similarly, we can represent the fraction minus 13 by 5 on the number line. Just see how we are represented. We have first drawn the number line. The center point is representing 0, and after that 1, then 2, then 3. Why we have divided this number line between 2 and 3 into 5 equal parts? Because first we have converted this 13 by 5 into mixed fraction. This mixed fraction, in this mixed fraction, the whole number part is 2. Therefore, which signifies that this fraction will lie between 2 and 3. After that, we have check it out the fraction part. Fraction part, the denominator is 5. Hence, we have divided this number line between 2 and 3 into 5 equal parts. Then we have check the numerator. Numerator is coming out to be 3. So third part of this will represent the fraction 13 by 5. Similarly, we have done to represent minus 13 by 5 on the left hand side of the number line. So this is the required procedure that you have to follow in order to represent the numbers on the number line. Similarly, come to the exercise 1B. I am solving one questions from each question number 1 as well as question number 2. Remaining question you will try by yourself on the fair copy. Question number 1 is 4 2 by 3. 4 2 by 3, as we can see that it is mixed fraction. In this mixed fraction, whole number is 4 and the fraction part is 2 by 3. So we can clearly identify that this number is lying between 4 and 5, because whole number part will give us the idea where this number actually lie on the number line. And this is a positive rational number because there is no negative sign. So clearly we have identified where this number is lying. Now come to the fraction part. Fraction part, check the denominator. Check the denominator. Denominator is 3. Then we have to divide between 4 and 5. we have to divide it into 3 equal parts, first, second and third. And now come to the numerator. What is the numerator? Numerator is 2. So second part, encircle the second part. This second part will be your required mixed fraction. Hence this is your required answer. Next is question number second, is represent the following number on the number line. The number is -3/4. Here this number is, we can clearly see that negative sign is coming, therefore it is negative rational number. It will lie on the left side of 0 on the number line. Now check the numerator as well as denominator. Numerator is 3 and denominator is 4. Numerator is less than 0. Now what we have to do, we have to check where this number will lie on the number line. So what we have done, we have converted this number into decimal by dividing numerator by denominator. It is coming out to be 0.75. So 0.75 will lie on where? Between 0 and -1 on the negative side of number line. So this is our number line. This center point is 0 and this number will lie between 0 and -1. Now check the fraction. Denominator is 4. We have to divide this number line into 4 equal parts. And the third one, encircle the third, because numerator is 3. This point will give us the required result, that is representation of -3/4. This is the completion of exercise 1B. Thank you.